Audio Jungle.
Some Portland residents have expressed their anger after dozens of Antifa protesters got into ugly clashes with motorists in Portland on Saturday during a march over the police shooting of Patrick Kimmons. Activists were filmed shouting "white supremacist" and "whitey" at one driver before another video showed marchers attacking a man's car as he tried to make his way through a crowd of people in the road. Andy Simio, a Portland resident and reporter, vented his frustration with the marchers on Twitter, describing them as Antifa and adding, "This is the type of street anarchy that routinely happens where I live." Here is video from 6 October showing Antifa directing traffic in downtown and threatening people who don't obey with violence, he added. Mayor Ted Wheeler, who really runs this town. The demonstrations began when around 100 activists and members of Kimmons' family gathered near the parking lot where he was shot last month before taking part in a short march. After the march was over, they returned to the parking lot and blocked part of a road before directing traffic around. At one point, a motorist got into a clash with the activists while turning right at a set of lights before they chased him down, threatened him and damaged his car. Video from Caddo captured an activist being pushed along on the hood of the car before others chased the driver down the street. Speaking to Station Coin anonymously, the driver said the marchers did $3,000 worth of damage and he has reported the incident to police. Officers confirmed they received a report from the driver but said no charges have been filed at this point. More video captured by Twitter user Brandon Farley, whose profile says he captures disruptive events in downtown Portland, shows activists gathered on Southwest 4th Avenue around 6 p.m. The footage shows a small number of black-clad demonstrators standing in the road and waving traffic around a vigil they set up for Kimmons. When one man questions why he is being forced to go around, a woman responds, "Because I told you to. Oh really?" The driver responds before another man comes running over, shouting, "Get out of here, you white effer." Amid a string of expletives, the demonstrator brands him a whitey before adding, "First Amendment, now get the F down the road." Police officers were monitoring the protest but say they did not intervene in order to protect the rights of the protesters. A police statement said officers weigh the ability for people to gather to practice their First Amendment rights to freedom of speech and assembly, as well as the impact it places on the rest of the Portland community. Throughout this event, the police bureau was monitoring the crowd. Kimmons, 27, was shot and killed by 2 Portland police officers on September 30 who responded to the sound of gunfire. The officers say they saw muzzle flashes as they arrived at the scene before Kimmons turned towards them holding what they say was a gun. Both officers opened fire, hitting Kimmons. He was taken to hospital, but later died of his injuries. Kimmons' family say he was shot 10 to 15 times in the back and was unarmed, but police say both officers fired less than 10 times in total. Officers say that 5 guns were recovered from the scene, including one near Kimon's body, and that 2 people later arrived at a nearby hospital with gunshot wounds, which they believe were caused in the brawl.